I have the fundamental, well, I like certain aspects of your presentations. There's other aspects that I find very weak. The single biggest problem is I don't fully understand at the end of the day what you are providing. Are you providing a unique enzyme? Are you providing a unique way of blending enzymes with it? Your technology is very, very shrouded in all this. So if that's on purpose, well, you succeeded. If it isn't, I'm left in the dark at the end.
Got it. Thank you.
So it's not clear. Also, if you say you've done 4 specific client approval, show some photos. You know, there's something to be said for if you've done it, show it. And here you keep mentioning the 4 you've done, but I don't see any photos. So your whole presentation looks like vaporware, but you're telling me it's reality, and I don't see.
Bring the pictures.
Bring the pictures. They talk 100 words. So, and then you concentrate enormously on the potential, but I don't really ever get the ROI and the return and how you actually earn money. So those are.
Thank you.
I have nothing profound to say, so I'll just pass and let someone who's got some interesting insights.
It seemed to me that the first half of the presentation was stronger and easier to understand. The ideas kind of increased in velocity as you got toward the end of the presentation, and there were some, you mentioned Terra Blue. I don't think anybody's afraid of a competitor in the marketplace. If there is a competitor, that's often a good thing. I probably would have wanted to know more about that. You referred to a co-op strategy as being an important element of the plan.
Didn't get into it enough.
Don't really explain to me why that. I mean, that just is like added complexity. See what else. On the competition slide, I felt like you gave too short a treatment of algae and bacteria. I mean, I think everyone's going to wonder what is the competitive landscape. We assume that this is a well-known problem, that there are a lot of companies thinking about novel solutions to this problem. So I would.
There's lots of people. You're absolutely right, but none of them are Novozymes, the biggest enzyme company on the planet. They're not a participant in the market.
Okay.
Peculiarity. The algae people, Sue Coons, who was here last year, she's really neat, but she's in a whole different world. Mm-hmm. We wish her well. But thank you. I appreciate that. Is there other?
No, I think that's it.
Thanks, Sue.
Yeah, I'm a sustainability judge, so I'm going to really focus on that. I think you did a great job of actually talking about sustainability because you captured the environmental, social, and economic impacts. And it was on your slide entitled
the benefits package.
Yeah. The only recommendation I would have is maybe just call that benefits/sustainability, and then maybe affix a few of those metrics that you were talking about related to sustainability to those different categories. When it came to this,
I need more time for that, don't I?
You do.
Shut up earlier and get to your point.
Yeah, it counts for 20% of your overall scoring, in the competition itself. So you might be able to build out 2 slides related to that, and then related to the social category. If you do a little bit of market research, you probably can find some metrics that you can associate or affix to the social value.
You mean the real estate value of all the people downwind?
Yeah.
It's a huge number.
Yeah, absolutely. But put that in because that really can relate back to...
more numbers, more specificity for each of the points.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Yeah, overkill on the pain. I mean,
Less pain.
I think. Well, no, it was actually about the time you got to the wrinkles on her nose.
You already got it?
You'd gotten the majority of it, so that would have given you a lot more time back in your presentation to talk about your technology and your business model.
More tech and more business model.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's important.
I'm also a sustainability judge, and what you've got so far looks great. I completely agree here that some added metrics, some hard numbers on there would support your argument. And just another thing, instead of having such a kind of a negative slant on the NGO world, it might be worthwhile to think about how you can partner with some of those NGOs. They provide a lot of marketing value.
That's part of the strategy. That's why we think venture capital probably isn't going to work, and I'm defending myself, but
Okay.
yes.
But
Less negative on it.
value there as
Yeah.
well that can really help your business grow. So just an idea.
My questions have been asked already. Nice job. Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm kind of in the same position. My question.
Your thunder's been stolen?
Yeah.
I think the main thing I would emphasize that was touched on a bit is really making sure you crisply hit the technology differentiators and what it is that you're doing and the impact of that. It didn't jump out as clearly to me as I would have liked to really understand what's the delta on the technology and how you're dealing with this problem.
Excellent.
Yeah, just a couple things. Maybe I always like, this may just be personal preference, I always like to see an overview of the team first and who you are and what you're bringing to the table. And then I might move some of it felt to me kind of like the benefits slide that you walk through. Here's they save operating expenses, et cetera. It might be helpful to move that up a little sooner so it kind of firms up what the actual, gives some more meat to the business model. And then towards the end, there was that last slide when you talked about subscription revenues and then the CapEx revenues. That kind of threw me for a looping. I didn't understand.
That one needs a little work.
It was like, well, subscription revenues. Or
It's all his
revenue,
fault.
you know?
He waved his hand and said 1.25 seconds to finish.
So, but anyway, that's
Yes.
maybe helpful to walk through that maybe a little sooner.
Financials and team closer to the top.
That's personal preference, but.
So Ted, just to summarize in the 30 seconds or so that we have left with you in the room here, I think that the folks really want to understand what is it that you're doing. And I think you can describe that with a lot more specificity without giving away your IP and without, showing us too much. But a lot of folks in the room are engineers by training or at least technically minded people, and we really love to see what is this critter really doing.
Got it.
So with that, thank you so much.
Thank you. We appreciate your time.